Hello and welcome to Grace Academy. We will continue our class for UGC NET exams. Today we will discuss a new topic, that is the Arabic version of Sindh in 712 AD. In this area, we are going to discuss what were the major reasons behind this attack and who was the leader of this attack, the major battle that has happened during this time, and the after effects of Arab invasion of Sindh in India. Okay, then we will go through the area. Yes. First of all, we are going to discuss what were the major reasons behind this attack. As we know that during the ancient period and the continuing time, India was a fabulous nation with a lot of wealth. India was a wealthy nation at that time. And this fabulous wealth attracted the Arabs, who just started their empire in Central Asia. As we know that after starting or after invading the new religion, that is Islam religion, they began to expand their empire. As a part of this, they began to amass their wealth. That is the first reason why the Arabs invaded India. And the second reason is the expansion of their empire. As we already told, after the establishment of the Caliphate, the Arabs, they began to expand their empire through conquest and annexation. Thus, after conquering the region around Central Asia, they began to look towards the east, and a region adjoining to the Central Asia is towards the east is the land that is India. So as a part of their expansion of their empire, they attacked India. And another most important or third reason is the spread of Islam. After imbibing or converting towards Islam, the Arabs, they followed a policy of spreading this new religion towards the different parts of the world. So the religious zeal of the Arabs is another case for their attack in India in 712 AD. As we know that every war or every invasion had a special or immediate case. Here the immediate case is the incident that is happened in the Sindh region. Here there is an incident took place in the Diwar area. And what was this incident? The Diwar area is an important part of the Kutch region, and this Kutch region is ruled by a Hindu Rajput ruler, namely Dahir. First of all, I have to remember a thing, that this old story that we get from a book named Chachnama, and we don't know who was the author of this, book, but we got a translation, an Arabic translation of this work by Ali Kufi. So this book is the most important source to know about this region and the incident that took place in this region. Okay, according to this book, the Sindh region, it was ruled by Dahir, who was the son of a king named Brahmin Chach. During this time, as we know that the Arabs, they have trade relations with India and the adjoining regions of India, especially Ceylon. And they have their trade settlements in Gujarat, Malabar and Ceylon. They maintained good trade with Ceylon also and other regions, Southeast Asia. The story begins with the Ceylonese king sending 8 ships of gift to be presented to the Khalifa Walid. As we know that the ships were sailing towards Central Asia through South Indian coast and Western India. When the ships reached the Dibal region or the Kutch region, this ship was looted by sea pirates. And this news reached Khalifa. And Hajjaj, who was the governor of Iraq during this time, demanded reparations or compensation from the king Dahir. But Dahir given a massive reply that he didn't have any jurisdiction over the area where the incident happened, and he didn't have any authority over the sea pirates who looted the ships. As a result of this reply, Hajjaj launched 2 attacks on the Sindh region. But these 2 attacks were turned down by Dahir and his powerful Rajput army. Therefore, with the permission of Khalifa Walid, a new attack was decided to be launched. And the leader of this attack was Muhammad bin Qasim, a 17-year-old boy or general. Okay, then we will go through the incidents that was happened during this time, and we will discuss the attack of Muhammad bin Qasim in the Sindh region. Okay, the army of Muhammad bin Qasim reached the Sindh region by sea. He came with a lot of ships of ammunition and soldiers, and they launched their attack from the sea. First of all, they reached Nurun, a place in Pakistan. This area was very important because this area was inhabited by Buddhist people who were against, who were keeping a grudge in their mind against Dahir because of his taxation policy. So these people of Nurun, that the Buddhist people, they standed with the Muhammad bin Qasim in their attack against Dahir. Okay. Qasim proceeded to Brahmanabad and crossed the Indus River. Meanwhile, Dahir assembled a strong army which is composing about 50,000 horses and marched towards Brahmanabad. The 2 armies met at the historic place called Rawar, and a serious battle was fought there. In this battle, King Dahir was killed. Knowing this incident, his wife, Rani Bai, hearing the news of the death of Dahir, his wife Rani Bai and her maids immolated themselves at Rawar. They made a huge fire in the Rawar fort and jumped into that fire in order to protect their chastity from the Arab invaders. This incident is very important in Indian history because this is the first incident of Jawhar in medieval Indian history. Dahir had another wife, namely Rani Ladli, and in her he have 2 daughters, that is Suri Devi and Parmal Devi. They fell into the hands of Lee, and her 2 daughters were sent to Khalifa Walid as gift. The Chachnama narrates an important story within this story. That is, after reaching Central Asia, these 2 daughters of Dahir complained about the mistreatment of Muhammad bin Qasim towards them after capturing them. And hearing the news of this misbehavior, Khalifa Walid ordered to recall Muhammad bin Qasim from India, and he was tried there and brutally killed at the Central Asian capital. Yes, Qasim was wrapped and stitched in oxen hides, and he died at the age of 20. This ended the beautiful story of Muhammad bin Qasim, a 20-year-old military general. Okay, yes, thus the Arabs were able to establish their control over the Sindh region. After establishing their control, they made changes in the administrative structure of the region, or they introduced several changes in administration of this area. First of all, the Arabs, they employed the local talent and local people in their administration. They incorporated these people in their administration. Secondly, the Arab administration in Sindh was tolerant. They didn't made any attempt to demolish temples. They gave active help to rebuild the temples which were destroyed during the campaign. There was no forceful conversion towards Islam. Funds were given to rebuild and destroy the temples, as we have already told. And Muhammad bin Qasim, after the invasion of this region, he imposed the three important taxes in this area. This is the most important point that we have to remember in this area. He introduced three important Islamic taxes in this region, that is Kharaj land tax, Jizya is the poll tax, and Zakat is the tax given for charity, that is about 2.5% of the total income of a Muslim in a year. Yes. Similarly, the Arabs, they have learned a lot of ideas in mathematics, philosophy, and Ayurveda from the Indians. And what they have learned from India was sent to Europe and other regions of the world. Okay. Then we are going to discuss why the Arabs failed in India. Even though they were able to establish an efficient administrative system in India, but their rule in India, that is in the Gujarat region, did not continue for long. Why? The first point is the Arabs did not go beyond Sindh. Okay, after the invasion of Sindh, they have to face or confront very powerful regional kings in this area. The most important is the Lalitaditya Muktapida of Kashmir, and similarly the Nagapata and Mihir Bhoja in the area of Rajasthan. So they were prevented from entering the central region of India and the northern part of India by the very powerful local rulers of this area. Yes, similarly the Rashtrakuta ruler Dhruva in Maharashtra prevented the Arabs towards their journey towards the South Indian region. Yes, another important thing which prevented their growth in India is a dynastic change that happened in Central Asia in 1750s. That is the Abbasids who overthrew the Umayyad dynasty in 1750 made an important change in their attitude towards the administration in India. The new dynasty, that is the Abbasids, they didn't have any interest to maintain their administration in the Indian region. Thus, after acquiring the region of Kutch and Sindh region, for about 50 years after, they could not control this area effectively, or they lost their interest to maintain this region as a part of the Central Asian Empire.